Hi guys, welcome to Starlit with Ann Calzada. Thank you for being here. I am your hostess, Ann Calzada. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who has visited healingheartherbs.com, made herbal purchases there. Thank you for the tips and donations that come into the Venmo account. I am Ann-Calzada on Venmo. And thank you to everyone who has visited the Patreon account as well. I am grateful. These are wonderful ways of supporting me, and thank you for doing it. Many blessings. Let's get into it. We have Wednesday, May 6th at 9:34 a.m. Rocky Mountain time. We have Pluto in Aquarius going retrograde. So that's for the collective, retrograde. What is happening? So basically, let's break it down. Pluto is the planet that is very slow moving, and it is the planet of death, rebirth, transformation, power. I always say that. And honestly, Pluto rules Scorpio. Did everybody just have like a fabulous full moon in Scorpio? It was intense. Yeah, for some people it was intense. It was intense. Yeah, just remember, to always try to be good, which I do. Just remember, I have a Scorpio rising. So that means that I have power rising, and that also means that I have passion rising. And so as wonderful and sweet and loving and kind as I am, if you cross me or come at me, I'm a crazy horse. I'm a crazy horse. Do you guys know who Crazy Horse is? Who Crazy Horse was? Crazy Horse was the Ogallala Lakota war leader. He was the leader. He was the war leader for that tribe. La, 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 la. And he came through and he confronted the Europeans that came. It's true. It's history. The white people, they came. We know it happened. I am German, Spanish, and Paiute, Native American. So I have a mixture and a blend of everything in me, and I use that for my healing as well in my practices. I use all the different healings and the practices of, all those spiritualities, because that's who I am. But yeah, crazy horse. So back to Scorpio rising, people that are Scorpios, that's that energy, it's power, it's strength, it's intense, man. You don't want to cross a Scorpio. They're really not somebody to fuck with. They do have intense energy. They're loyal, but if they don't like you, and I am loving and kind, guys. Everyone knows, every person that knows me in real life knows that I am loving and kind and I am a healer. However, don't. So yeah, anyway, it was an intense full moon. Don't let anyone try to bully you, and I would never go out of my way to hurt a living being, but I would protect myself and my family like Crazy Horse. So back to Crazy Horse real fast. So yeah, he went ahead and he defeated, actually, at the Little Bighorn in 1877, he defeated Custer. Oh yeah. They took the Lakota and the Cheyenne, and they defeated Custer. But then later, unfortunately, and it's the truth, man, history, later that year, that's why it's good to know, that he was actually captured by the United States Army and he was killed there. So history, it happens. But yeah, I'm a crazy horse, so many blessings. But back to Pluto and Aquarius. So Pluto is a very strong planet, and Aquarius is the 11th sign that rules the 11th house, right? So Aquarius is the sign of mental faculties, quite frankly. They're not an emotional sign. So if you have any Aquarius in your chart, you are logical and rational. You're going to play it out logically, not emotionally. And Aquarius, 11th house rules social community, friendships, connections, the community, the great collective, the book club, the happy hour, the soccer moms, the groups, the math club, the science club, the herb group, the people that meet every new moon, or just, it's society, it's social media, it's people, it's, out there. It's all of it, our collective. So having that said, Pluto in Aquarius going retrograde. All retrogrades are moments to take a moment to look within. It's nothing to be freaked out about. It's just a moment to kind of just check yourself, make sure you're in order. And it depends where those energies are at. And it depends where those energies hit your own chart. Quite frankly, that's why it's good to know yourself and know your own chart. Know the transits and the progressions that come through. It's quite interesting. So you'll see, and Pluto in Aquarius retrograde will give us a chance as a collective to kind of check ourselves with our power and our patterns. How are we acting? How we're going to check ourselves internally, like where our boundaries are. We might want to set up some boundaries with people and community. And, we might want to investigate deeper into some training, like maybe the AI training, So yeah, there are a lot of different progressions and ways to look at it. But I would say the best way to look at everything is to love yourself, be kind, and, you have the power. You are power. You're whatever you want to think that you are. How's that? If you think you're good, if you're happy, you're beautiful, all is well, that's beautiful. More and more to you, But if you don't feel good about yourself, baby, it shows. It shows. And I think it's important for the spiritual teachings to just get out there. And one of them is, as a man thinketh, so he is, And I would encourage you to think good about yourself. There's enough energies in the world that would want to tear you down. There's a lot of people, and energies out there that don't want the best for you. They don't want you to win. They don't want to see you happy or successful. Well, guess what? Tough shit. Too bad. Be yourself. Love yourself. Get out there. Hustle. Do your thing for yourself, and love others. Love all living beings. Help all living beings when you can. Gosh, you guys, I've had so many experiences this past week. A turtle crossed my path in Uray. I asked my friend, I'm like, what is up? Like, I've never seen turtles crawl everywhere, all over the mountains in the Smokies in Tennessee where I used to live. But I have never seen a wild turtle just crawling around here. And apparently they have like a little hot spring pond where they live. So turtles there. And then a few days later, just like 2 days ago during the full moon, I was sitting outside. I've never seen one. This is amazing. I was just sitting outside and I looked over and there was this big orange cat that like crawled down the hill, the holler. And it actually came back up. And when it came back up, I realized, oh shit, it's a bobcat. So I have never seen a bobcat before in my life, but it was just sitting right outside of my fence. It was big. It was beautiful. I've seen lynx. I've never seen a wild mountain lion. I've smelled them before where we used to live in Norwood. There was a cave with petroglyphs on it, and the mountain lion lived up there sometimes. We'd always go back there with a shotgun. Always with a shotgun. You just don't want to be caught off guard. Cats are sneaky, so I had to check out the cat energy during the full moon. It's, bobcat, they're pretty singular. They're pretty solo. They do their own thing, man, and I always called myself, I know my own power animal, that's for sure, but to see that bobcat, I was like, wow, what a blessing. Yeah, so just look for the signs. It's spring. There are a lot of animals and birds out that want to say hi or, maybe give you a message. There's this hummingbird that comes back every year, and he's a ruby-throated hummingbird, and he's really loud. And I know it's the same one because I've only seen one dive bomb. It just does this, and it makes this sound every time it does it. And he's really pushy. And I named him Hank. He's so cute. Sometimes I call him Hanklin. Yeah, put on some Hank for him. So I love Hank. Hank Williams and Hank Williams Jr., all the Hanks. Probably Hank 3 too. So yeah, just enjoy the time and just release the good to all living beings. You don't want to have to become, I don't like to get stressed out or have no peace or, so I will take control and power over my energy and environment. And, it's always nice to do that. You have the power, so don't forget. Yeah, do it, do it, do it. And I love you guys so much. So thank you for supporting me. Thank you for, the donations, the tarot readings, the saliva readings, all of the herbal products that I do. I'm going to do a little video on some of those herbal products soon. I actually had someone inquire about that. You should do a video about your herbal products. So I shall do that. If you have any questions, or if there's anything that you need, you want to see me talk about anything specific, just hit me up. Let me know, leave a comment, or you can always email me anonymously at starletwithannecalzada at what? Gmail what? That's right. Okay. Thank you for listening and watching. I'm grateful. And I shall see you on the flip side. Be well.